One afternoon last year, I was browsing the electronics section of Target like I always do, and I caught a glimpse of an Xbox on the counter. Could it be the elusive Xbox Series X? I sure didn't think so. Not that I've ever seen one in person, nor was I actually interested in buying a 9th gen console at this time. I mean, who has the time to game nowadays, right? That's definitely not me. There was one Microsoft product, though, with an Xbox name attached to it, that I was somewhat curious about, and lo and behold, it was sitting right in front of me. That elusive Xbox Series X fridge. This had to be it. So I went up and talked to the guy at the counter and asked him if that was the fridge, and he got really excited, almost as excited as me, that I knew what it was. We rarely see them in the store. Do you want one? He asked me after geeking out about it and telling me about his. Do I need a mini fridge? No. Did I buy the mini fridge? Absolutely. At the time, these fridges were quite difficult to come by. The production units are sold exclusively in stores at Target. Of course, it's only logical I'd see an Xbox Series X fridge first before an actual Xbox Series X that it was based on in person. It makes no sense, right? Excitement of seeing something rare aside, the unboxing experience was sadly pedestrian. I'm a geek collector at heart, and Microsoft definitely could have fluffed up a little bit of that showmanship factor. It's only $100, but $100 for a fridge that isn't really a fridge is actually kind of a lot of money. We have the fridge itself and an AC and DC plug for power, meaning you can also use this in your car. I don't get why the plug and switch are located at the top of the fridge though. It would have been nicer, and I preferred it if it was on the bottom. Anyway, like I was saying, this fridge isn't really a fridge. It's more like an electric cooler for temporary usage. In fact, it actually is a thermoelectric cooler that suggests owners turn it off periodically. The guy at Target told me to treat it like a chiller. Treat it as a chiller. Keep the drinks in a real fridge and then move them into the chiller before drinking. Microsoft says this should cool items up to 36 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius below ambient temperature. The fan noise is quite loud when toggled to the max settings. That, however, is the best way to actually keep the cooler cool. The eco mode is significantly quieter, but it's also significantly not as cool as the max mode. So it looks kind of cool, no pun intended, from a distance. There are two buttons that control the LED lighting. One of them lights up the white Xbox logo, while the other toggles the green ambient light emitting from the grill on the head of the Xbox design. They aren't too impressive in person, to be honest. The Xbox fridge has a 10-liter capacity and 2 shelves and door pockets that are removable and easy to customize. It's not a lot of space, but for a game room, it'll probably suffice, and I'll give it a pass for a small party. Even though this was originally an internet joke, I do wish Microsoft would have put a little more effort into the quality of the product. The Xbox fridge is made of really junky feeling plastic that screams a children's toy. Even children's toys are made better. I wasn't expecting much from this gag gift, but even then, it was below expectations. Kind of sad. The quality control on my unit also leaves much to be desired from a collector's standpoint. This might have had potential to be an obscure gaming collectabilia down the line. While it isn't sealed anymore, my Xbox fridge came scratched up from the factory. I know I opened it, so the value is already down, but if somebody opened this years down the line, buying it as a secondhand collectabilia sealed, they wouldn't be happy seeing what's inside if they opened it. So what logically would be a good fit for this Xbox fridge? Rapid COVID-19 antigen tests, of course. I gotta store it somewhere. But if you want to be a normal person, cans do fit fine as well. You can squeeze 12 soda cans, regular soda cans here. Although I do think the mini cans are actually better for game room uses because, if you have kids, it's less for them to drink. A water bottle can also fit in here with a little bit of configuration. Heck, even a hydro flask can find a way to occupy the 10-liter space. The snack shelves are the only thing I find kind of useless. If I had a box of, say, Reese's Pieces like the ones you get at the theaters, it's roughly the same size as that COVID test kit you see in the video. The door doesn't even close if anything occupies the bottom section because it hits each other. It's one space or the other, which effectively lowers the amount of drinks the Xbox can hold. However, imagine this scenario. You're getting your butt kicked in Madden by your buddy. Take his controller and throw the thing in the Xbox fridge. What better way to cool down a hot hand than to literally cool the controller? Since it isn't really a fridge anyway, it might make a great controller storage unit. For the first time ever, you can actually put an Xbox controller inside of an Xbox. Mind-blowing. So don't buy this fridge to be a fridge. Buy it to have fun with it. That's essentially the lesson learned here.
Well, look at that. You made it to the end of the video. Be sure to subscribe, follow us at all our social media links, and also definitely check out our website, Sypnotix.com. You won't regret it.